guys, today we're going to be talking about load balancing using NGINX. Now, NGINX is a popular web server that is used to facilitate load balancing. And if you're not familiar with the concept of load balancing, it is basically a way to distribute load on your server or machines during runtime. So what does this actually mean? So let's say you have a server, and servers are generally designed to get an input and return an output, and now we call this APIs because what is actually happening is that you're getting requests from clients and you're sending back responses. So it's requests and responses, and at some point, depending on the framework of your application, for large applications, you're gonna be expecting a lot of requests from clients. Now you know the way the requests can you can get more requests, or you can get requests that are more resource intensive. Now, what do I mean by this? Uh, there are two types of scaling. We call this scaling because you can either get a larger amount of requests, or you can get requests that take more processing power or to more time to process. And when you have requests that take more time to process, you're going to want to opt for what is called vertical scaling, and that is basically getting a bigger advanced machine that is designed to have or to handle resource intensive tasks. But if you're going to be if you will be expecting a larger amount of requests, that doesn't necessarily require um, a lot of resource power, then you're gonna want to opt for horizontal scaling. And horizontal scaling is basically you have more machines, and the requests are distributed across these machines, and either way, your application is gonna be faster than if you were gonna just have one machine, and everything is just gonna be monolithic. NGINX is usually used for horizontal scaling, because we're going to be having a virtual load distributor or load balancer that's going to be distributing the request across across our servers. So first thing we're gonna want to do is I'm on a Windows system, and this is usually done on Linux, but if you have Linux, I think there are a lot of tutorials out there for you, but this is designed for Windows users, and I'm on Windows 10. So go to NGINX homepage. I already have this installed, but just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm gonna be going through the process all over again. So you're gonna wanna download the stable version, and yeah, open that with WinRAR. Let's see. Um, Open that with WinRAR. Now extract this to a folder or a directory of your choice. I already extracted this, and I have it in my root directory. And so out of the box, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get your exe file and your the other folders, and you're basically good to go. And if you go to your configuration folder, you're gonna see a .conf file, and if we just take a look at that, we can see yeah, we just have a bunch of different stuff, and this is basically the way it's configured out of the box. And to start our NGINX server, what you want to do is you want to go back to your root folder where your nginx.exe is located. Open it in terminal and type nginx.exe, and it's basically running. And if we go to localhost you can see welcome to NGINX. So now we're not doing anything at all with load balancing, and that is because we don't even have our servers running yet. This is just NGINX. And so the first thing we're going to want to do right now is to create servers, and we're going to be using Node.js to create two servers. One is going to be running on port 3000 and the other is going to be running on port 3001. So I already have mine created, and if I just open this up with issue code, this is what they look like. This is my app2.js and this is my app.js. You can go ahead and copy paste this, so you have the exact same thing. And as you can see, my app.js is going to be running on port 3000 and my app2.js is going to be running on port 3001. Now I'm going to go ahead, start these servers, and I'm gonna buy node app.js and node app2.js. Okay, so for some reason it only started node app.js, but we want to start the two at the same time. I'm gonna do that again. Node app.js. This time we just want and node or ampersand symbol and node app2.js. Okay, that's funny. I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay, start node app.js and start node app2.js. Okay, so we have one running on port 3000 and we have one running on port 3001, and we can test that either in our browser or just in terminal with Coral. I can call http localhost 3000. You see hello from server 1, and I can use curl http localhost 3001 hello from server 2. And just like I said, we can also do this in our browser, localhost 3000, get the same thing, and yeah, we get the same thing as well. So now we can see that we're not load distributing this yet because I mean, the whole point of load distributing is that we have the same thing running on both servers, and we're trying to make our application more effective by having these two servers that send back the same thing, and they're both sending hello. But if we're going to be expecting multiple requests, then we have to distribute this request across these two servers, and we're going to be making use of NGINX. Now NGINX right now has no idea that we have started this load, these two servers. So we're going to want to go into the NGINX configuration file, and we're going to want to edit that, edit with I'm gonna go with code. So this is what it looks like out of the box, and you're just gonna want to delete that and copy paste this, because this is what you're gonna need for this is configured specifically for our two servers, localhost 3000 and localhost 3001, and we have one walker process, and this is configured with what is called the algorithm we're using is called round robin, and that basically distributes it equally between these two servers. NGINX has various algorithms. There's round robin, there is IP hash, and IP hash sends the request to the server, um, based on the IP of the client. And this can be useful, let's say, if your application, if you're going to be expecting requests from different countries and your servers are located at different places, and you want IPs from a specified country, from a specific country to go to a specific server, so it's faster. But we're going to be using round robin, so everything is equally distributed, with no regards to location or anything like that. So now that I saved my configuration file, I could just restart NGINX, but I've had issues with that. So what I usually do is that I go to my task manager and I just try to stop. It doesn't usually stop, but I just try end this task, and I go back to the configuration file, see if there are any the logs, delete this process ID, and I go into my terminal, NGINX.exe, and stop that. That is because I already deleted the PID file, and then I try to restart that, and hopefully we're gonna get, let's see here, let me try to stop this again. No, this is a common issue with NGINX. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Yeah, so after a few attempts, what I had to do was open my command prompt with elevated privileges. That is, with admin, run as administrator, and I was able to quit the NGINX.exe, the running process, and restart it. And once you restart that, it's gonna look like this. So I just, if I go to localhost, I get from server 2, so it's been distributed across server 1 and server 2. But if you want to get a more visual way that this is being facilitated, you can use curl. You can curl it I'm gonna curl it for 25 times. And if I go to the folder with NGINX.exe, or you don't have to be, you can just open CMD from any directory, and you're gonna paste this command. I'm gonna show you what command. Paste this, and it's gonna call localhost for 25 times. We just want to get a visual of how it is being distributed, how the load balancing works. So I'm just gonna click enter, and as you can see, we can see server 1, server 2, server 1, server 2. So it's been distributed pretty much equally. It might not be 50-50, but still pretty equal. And this is a real life scenario of what happens when you get multiple requests from different servers, from different clients, and NGINX is going to be trying to distribute it across your machines. So that is it. That's that about load balancing using NGINX. I know it can be real frustrating, trying to restart, the NGINX process, after editing the configuration file. But after a few attempts, usually works out. But yeah, that's it for me. I hope this tutorial really helped you guys. And if you have any questions, drop it in the comment below and leave a like. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.